Are you a leader who experiences PTT? PTT stands for Pseudo Team Trauma, and it's the bane of our leadership existence. So let me explain. You know you're the leader of a pseudo team if you and your team experience at least one of these symptoms. You might hear yourself say, even though I've been through it with them several times, it still seems as if the team doesn't understand what it is they need to do. It's hard to get my team focused, even though they seem busy. We talk about teamwork, but really everyone's just focused on their own thing. It would be great if we worked together, but when I turn around, what I see is people blaming and pointing fingers when things aren't going perfectly. I've heard people say, that's not the way we do things here. But you know what, guys? The way we do things currently just aren't working. And so we've also tried to set up the one best way to do the things that we do. But you know what? No one's following them. And chances are you have pseudo team trauma if you are feeling any of these, that you're starting to resent your team, that you don't have and aren't able to balance your life. You're stressed and snappy, and what's more, you've got the sense that no matter how much time you spend, you're not going to be able to find all the answers to the problems that you've got at the moment with the team. In their worst form, pseudo teams and pseudo team members lack focus. They blame and finger point. They only do what they're told. They're openly hostile to other team members, and they focus only on their work. But the most dangerous pseudo teams are actually teams where you have a great collection of smart people who seem to get along and seem to be experiencing teamwork. However, they're still not meeting their deadlines and overall objectives, and their performance, it's not so great. They all nod when you talk about vision and goals, but they still seem to spin their wheels when they're trying to work on and solve the key problems that the team is tasked with. Worst of all, you might be starting to feel like you're the problem as the leader. In fact, the biggest mistake I see leaders with pseudo teams make is trying to work harder rather than building a real team. When you have a real team, you're likely to experience some of the following and be able to say, hey, this team has well-defined specific goals that we know are going to get our objectives solved and our problems worked through. We've created our own larger purpose, and guess what? We own it. We've agreed to be successful together, and that's the only way we'll be successful, and that feels awesome. We've also agreed that while we're working, we're going to implement the necessary programs and training that we need over time to increase our skills and make us better. You'll also hear yourself say, I enjoy working with this team. I now have a chance of whether or not I put in more hours, and I actually think we're making progress. So now I know you're thinking, okay, Michael, how do I actually get this done? Well, after years of dealing with pseudo teams in my own corporate career and going into companies to work with leaders to reshape their pseudo teams, I've built a brand new online coaching program that will take you step by step through the process of building a real team for yourself. This is the exact process that I used when I reshaped my AdOps pseudo team into a revenue-generating powerhouse real team here in Canada. And unlike training, which exposes you to a lot of the theory, we're going to work together in real time to practice and actually build a real team for you. This is obviously going to be way more affordable than me coming into your company, and moreover, it will equip you with a tool that you can use now to build a real team and in the future in any role and in any company that you're a part of. Today, I'm looking for 20 leaders who want to build a real team and feel that they need a little help to be able to do that. You would have the opportunity to be one of my first case studies in this new program, and in exchange for that, I'd be able to offer you a really affordable rate for the program. The program is perfect for you if you're struggling to get work done through your team. You often experience super long work weeks with many hours spent at home, and still you have a sense of just spinning your wheels. And what's more, you see that your team lacks focus, lacks understanding, there's confusion, there's blame and finger pointing, there's business as usual, hostility to other members of the team, and they're still unable to meet their objectives. Now, if this sounds even the little bit intriguing, I'd love to talk to you to determine if you're a fit for the program. So to find out if you're a fit for the program, click the link below and book a short discovery call with me. On the call, I'll ask you a few questions to determine how much PTT you're experiencing and what steps you can take to cure it. Looking forward to connecting soon.